All right, day 5. Here's the last day of the lesson plan. For the review, this time you're going to be doing a syllable review, and there's nothing needed except for a whiteboard and a dry erase marker. For word building, you're going to do word chains again with a whiteboard, dry erase marker, or pencil and paper. This time for the sentence reading fluency, you're using that same fluency sheet as in day 4. This time you're using the bottom half that has the sentences. Next is the sentence dictation part. This is where you can do the assessment. We talked about having an encoding assessment that has 10 words and also the dictation sentences. You can use the word lists that are in the back of the book. This is the final page of the lesson book. You can use this to pull out your words. Again, these are not words that your students will have a list. Say, these are the 10 words, practice these 10 words, I'll test you on these 10 words. This could be, you could give your students a list each week of all kinds of words that have that pattern that they could be practicing all along all week, and then you pull 10 for the Friday assessment. You'll also want to give a dictation. Some of you may have Allison Pett's set from last year, and she included her encoding assessment pages in there. Those are not necessarily what you need to use. They give you 3 sentences here, so you can get a better idea of how kiddos are transferring their knowledge into the sentences. We also talked about a decoding assessment and how Chris Bax mentioned that she would give a quick 10-word fluency check and a fluency passage. Those word checks, she said she would start doing them maybe Wednesday or Thursday earlier in the week, depending on which kiddo it is. And then just kind of pulling kiddos in as they arrive in the morning or whenever you have a quick second to pull them over and read those words. There are also fluency passages that you can use for assessment that are included in your packet. This is what you'll want to decide as a group. What do you want to use throughout the week as formative and checks for understanding? What do you want to use at the end of the week as you check for understanding at the end and checking for mastery? And then what are you going to use for a grade? Is it going to be week by week? Is it going to be the overall skill after the 5 to 6 lessons for that particular skill? This is where you'll have to discuss it as a group and decide. That passage reading fluency, there is a cold read option, and they have the teacher copy of passage 3 and student copy of passage 3 so that they can have a cold read that has the same pattern words in it, but it's not either of the passages they practiced all week. So that is the last opportunity for assessment with that cold read. Again, the last page of your booklet has word lists. You've got the word lists from passage 1, the word list from passage 2, and the cold read words down here listed in passage 3. You'll notice that there is a pseudo word list. Some teachers don't care for the pseudo words. This is something you guys can talk about together, whether you want to use the pseudo words. There are no cards for those, and you may choose to use them, you may not. So that's up to you. All right, that's it for the 5-day lesson plan for Advanced Phonics Lesson Library. Please let me know if you have questions as you move forward and if I can support you in any way. Thanks for listening.